what's the story of your Christian walk? How and when did you come to believe what you believe?
I've been really blessed, really. So I grew up in a Christian household, so mum and dad are Christians, and rather than send me to church, they took me to church. So that was great. So I've never known a time when I wasn't involved. I can still remember going to my first time at Sunday school when I was a little kid. That was good. But like everybody, there comes a time when you need to own the faith yourself. And so I was never really certain I was right with God. I can still remember thinking, praying to God, look, I want to go to heaven, but I'm not sure I'm right with you. And so I'd go to kids' clubs and they'd say, anyone wants to become a Christian and follow Jesus, put your hand up, and I did, and we prayed the prayers, and I'd be coming down the front, and every time someone invited me to come to the front, I'd come down the front. So that's what I did. But I was never certain I was right with God. But one of the great things that happened was 1979, the Billy Graham crusade came to Sydney, to Randwick Racecourse, and I went there, and he invited people to come in the front, and I went down the front again. But the difference this time was I got followed up by some faithful ladies in our church, and we did some Bible studies, and I looked at this Bible study on assurance and saw that the promise of God was that if I'm trusting in Jesus and believe that He's Lord and that God raised Him from the dead, I'll be saved, and lots of other parts of the Bible as well. So from that moment I knew for certain I was right with God, and that was fantastic liberty. So I suppose I was 14 or 15 when that happened, and then got to uni and went to the Bible group on campus there, and got to know the scriptures really well and understand the things of God clearly, and saw the priority of the gospel going ahead into the world, and that's the thing that really is going to be of lasting fruit, and that was what kept me going. Next step after that.
You went to uni though to become an engineer, so why are you a pastor and not an engineer?
Yeah, that's right. So I went to study civil engineering at uni, and then about halfway through uni, I was thinking, being challenged and looking at the scriptures and thinking, and I read a biography of James Hudson Taylor, really, and that got me going, thinking, this guy was passionate about taking the gospel to people who'd never heard about Jesus before in China. And I was teaching Sunday school and running youth group and doing stuff on campus and running a Bible study group on campus, and thought, yeah, I understand what the scriptures is about a bit. I want to see people become Christians as well. So I wouldn't mind being a missionary to China. And so halfway through my degree, I thought that'd be what I'd like to do. So before I finished my degree, I decided I'd leave it, really. So I was talking to various people, and they said, well, you need to finish your degree. So I finished my degree. Went to work for a couple of years, saved up a bit of money, and then always planned to go off to Bible college, and then go to Bible college and train, learn, understand the things of the faith, Christian history, theology, and New Testament and Old Testament, and all that kind of stuff, languages, so that I might be able to teach the Bible for the rest of my life. And then halfway through Moore College, I thought, hang on a second, I can't speak Chinese very well, and in fact there's lots of Chinese people who can do it better than me. So I signed up, thought, well, what I'd love to do in my life is one day see somebody from China become a Christian, be equipped and go back to China and grow the gospel back there. So that's part of my dream, is to see somebody from China become a Christian, mature in the faith, be trained and equipped, and then go back to China. So that's part of the reason I'm hanging out with the student crowd.
There is a connection with the Unichurch international flavour, isn't there?
Yeah, it's all there. However, it hasn't quite happened yet. There's been people go back to China who are Christians but not necessarily run churches yet. And there's one bloke at church, he's almost there, but bless his heart, he doesn't want to go back to China, he wants to go to Japan. Well, he's getting close.